video for today. The TWAB is for 19th of January 2023. So we have a lot of new stuff happening, a lot of update on what's coming to Lightfall and what's being fixed. So let's look into it. So first of all, we're gonna look at Buildcrafting evolve. So basically the next step of Lightfall. So what's coming up? Quite interesting. They're gonna explain a little bit of how it's gonna work and everything. So let's read it. Over the last year, we've been expanding on Buildcrafting option within Destiny 2. We want a player to find a fun and unique way to embrace any given flavor of combat while expressing themselves through the power of their guardian. The current Buildcrafting system relies heavily on mod library that has grown to be highly complex and at times confusing. So we are making some change to improve it as well as other aspects of how you build your dream monster killing machine. There we go. So today we're going to share some of the more detail on the upcoming in-game loadout and mod customization feature and how we are evolving to the Buildcrafting experience. So quite interesting. I'm quite happy that we finally have some visual how it's gonna go. So let's go over the TLDR. Consolidation is a major theme in many of the change you'll be seeing today. So they're gonna put everything together. The current pre-Lightfall mod system has been built piecemeal over the year and contain a lot of redundancy. The loadout system empower Guardian to suit up for whatever tasks on the fly. Up to 10 slots available to save multiple loadout. That's great. The single screen system also provide opportunity for player to create and share their loadout with the community more easily. Nice. Similar system you can do with DIM, so which is great. I like that. But you're limited to time 10 slot. That's okay. I can work with that. I think I have a bunch of loadout on DIM, and some of them I haven't used for quite some time. And I deleted a piece of armor, so I need to delete it anyway. Mod customization screen will make managing your mod easier with them all in one place. Like the Guardian Apparent screen, the screen creates an easy to reference space where you can see all your armor piece and mod at any given time. Champion counter are being spread between artifact perks, subclass ability, and more. Alright. Update to mod streamline to process and bring new and exciting build potential to Destiny 2. We're taking the opportunity to touch and tune every single mod in Destiny 2. We're removing energy type from mods and armor, giving player more flexibility in crafting their build. No more switching between energy type to find the mod you want. Oh. So the armor is not gonna have an energy type, so you're gonna have access to all the mods no matter what. That's interesting. I like that. We're reducing the pressure on armor and energy by retuning armor mod costs and changing artifact perk to no longer require a mod slot. There we go. We're moving from weapon type specific mod to damage type specific mod to increase flexibility in build. Damage type specific mod. So is it going to be primary or kinetic and then energy and heavy? Oh, interesting. Okay. Loadout. So here we go. We got a nice little picture here. Pretty good. I like the layout. So you got your loadout on the right side and then it shows basically what it is. Oh, this is your raid loadout. This is the weapon I have. This is the armor with all the mods I have on that. Quite interesting. You can equip, preview, override. My question is, are you going to be needed to be in space or in orbit or at the tower to be able to load that, or you can be in an activity and be able to load it? That's what I wonder. I don't know what's this 6 here on the right side. Is it the artifact level? Who knows? Alright, let's keep reading. Loadout. Being able to save your loadout and easily switching between them in-game has been the long requested feature and is arriving with Lightfall next month. We're taking the power of quickly switching between carefully crafted build and make it available in-game. Here are some problems the team wanted to solve. Quickly swap entire set of gear without numerous trips to the vault and having to open second screen. Decrease the time in between play session caused by needing to rebuild a loadout. Yes. Create a way to label loadout for quick identification. Makes sense. On them I just have it like, you know, PvP, ARC, and then like the exotic. So am I gonna keep it this way? Because I don't have like a raid specific. Usually I will go like a PvE, ARC, because like some raid I will use Thunder Crash, and other raid like you cannot really use Thunder Crash like King's Fall. So I will use like another like super. So I like to go like PvP or PvE. So the type of gameplay, then the subclass, and then the exotic. So that's giving me enough detail, but I like that because you over it and you can't see what you have. So maybe I'm gonna change the way I'm gonna write it, but hey, that's awesome. So label, all right. Here you can see the warlock with 3 loadout created. No, he only has 2 loadout created. But you can put like design a crest too, so that's gonna be good because you can say like, oh, I want arc, and you put an arc sign or something. But this one I don't know the number 3. Oh, he has one of the loadout equipped, because say 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, and maybe he has this number 2 equipped. So you can swap icon, swap name, swap color. You can put color scheme. I like that. Here you can see the warlock with 3 loadout created of the 6 slot they have unlocked. So it's gonna be, you're gonna have to unlock your loadout. I don't know if it's gonna be like a payment system or somehow, but we'll see. You'll be able to unlock all 10 slots by progressing through the new Guardian rank system. Each loadout label has an assortment of color icon chose from, including Crucible, Raid, Trials, Gambit, Damage type, and more. That's good. So yeah, we're gonna progress through the new Guardian rank system. New Guardian rank system, what they say. Let's have a quick look. There we go. So that's a new Guardian rank system. So basically it's a new way. Instead of going with light level, we're going to progress through the rank. The 6 there might be the rank system. The new rank, the light level is going to disappear. I don't know why they still have it there. Maybe they're going to do transition and move away from it, but we'll see. All right, moving on. Here you can see again the loadout. I'm guessing it's a show a preview. It might be oh, see, oh, you press Y and then you can see the preview. So you're gonna have like your subclass, all the detail, your armor, all the detail, and I'm pretty sure your weapon also. So pretty cool. It can give you an idea of what you have there. Alright, moving on. Mod customization. When Lightfall goes live, I'm just gonna grab a sip of coffee first. When Lightfall goes live, it will be a new ball game and sort. Thing will be different, and you will have a blank slate to start cooking up new build for future adventure. Not all current build in Destiny 2 will be more possible upon launch, but there will be a LT offering to start with. We're also planning to expand upon Buildcrafting options season over season. Okay. Problem the team wanted to solve: cut down on time managing mod, remove limitation that create confusing experience, breaking down barrier to make Buildcrafting fun, giving player more understandable way to earn mod, remove the need to wait for 801 to sell the specific mod you need. Actually, now we got all the mods. I don't know if we can create new one. Retune mod to give player more form of expression while also tapping down an area of power creep. Okay. Sorry, just like turning on my eat pad. Yeah, so let's see the picture here. See, one thing I would like to add on this, just looking at the picture, right, before we go on. One of my complaints for the longest time is when I want to switch mod, there was like multiple page of it. I'm like, there's plenty of space to put all the mod available, so I don't have to go pages to pages. And look at that, they're putting all into one page. Thank you, Bungie, finally. Just a little thing, a little tweak like that, it's great. Looking at this, we have like 7 out of 7 for the helmet, 8 out of 8. I think that's the power, your level of your armor piece. So it says like you use all of the energy. You have armor and weapons, so you can click in between without going through like every single one of them, I guess. So it's not going to be transitioning to another window every time. So the transition, that's what sometimes takes a long time to load. So maybe it's going to be more fluent, faster. So that's great. We can see like the usual mod are there for the this space. We don't see the next one, but that's giving us an idea. A new mod customization screen is going to make creating your build much easier, as you will be able to see all of your currently applied mods and how they are affecting your stat on the screen, on one screen, from where you can quickly select different pieces of gear and start tinkering. Love it. Make it simpler for us. Here we go, we got another screen. There's also a tab at the top of the screen. You can switch over to see what perk and stat your current weapon have without having to switch back to the character screen. Oh. Wait a second. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. You can switch between armor and weapon, and then like it's easy to transfer, easy to switch without moving screen, like this said. One thing interesting, you can see the artifact there in the bottom right. Is that the artifact for next season, I guess? So there we go. For Lightfall, we got the fancy little artifact there, and it shows Overload, the Unstoppable, and Barrier, which they're gonna remove it, so you're not gonna need to have that on your armor to be able to use them. It's probably gonna be like, oh, now all your pulse rifle can do like Barrier, or all your end cannon can do Unstoppable. So that's gonna leave us like the chance to keep a loadout and leave it like so, instead of like every season we got to modify it. So I like that. Well, that would be interesting. One thing to know, 1800, and it has a +1. So is that this artifact level? Is that one? That level system, it's still like unsure like how it's gonna work out. Maybe this is just a beta screen to show the power level, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get rid of that eventually. Moving on. All right. The weapon screen, as you can see, switch between weapon, and you can see all the weapon. This is all the Season of the Seraph weapon, with this one being the pulse. I think it's the first time I see it like on the picture like that. But you can see, you can select the one you want. I guess you can put, so that's your mastery in your mod. Okay. I'll give you the stat. Easy enough. I like that. Don't see anything that different other than like switching back and forth between armor and weapon, which is going to be great. Moving on, let's talk about earning mods. Historically, mods were unlocked in variety way, but for the most part, you were waiting for 801 to add them in stock. We wanted to remove this waiting game and make all mods have a clear unlock path. All mods will be unlocked by achieving Guardian rank 6. Okay, most players who have spent some time in the game will start out at rank 6 and instantly have all the mods ready to go out of the game. New players will unlock mods as they climb through the rank. Look out for more info on the Guardian ranks. Okay, so because I've been playing before with all the other seasons, then I'm gonna start rank 6. So I'm gonna have everything before that unlock, and then we'll progress from rank 6. Interesting. Okay, I thought everybody would start rank 1, but I'm fine with that. Mod application detail. Mod energy type are being removed, eliminating the need for 4 different versions of a given armor piece for build crafting purposes. We're also covering the combat style socket into an additional mod socket for the armor slot. Helmet, gauntlet, etc. We are also reducing the energy costs of many of those mods, helping give you more opportunity to mix and match. Oh, okay. I just want to go back. Those are the same costs. I don't know about the rest, so. Oh, intellect is only 4 now. Was it 5? And this one was 4. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's good. Additionally, armor mods that previously provided benefit to weapon based on their archetype, for example, end cannon loadout, will now instead provide benefit to weapon based on their damage type. This level the playing field for all weapon archetype and should make it easier to put together a powerful suit of mods to benefit multiple weapons in your loadout, sharing a damage type. Alright, but that's not all. Artifact mods are also being translated to unlockable perk. They will no longer need to be socket, but rather unlocked for the duration of the season once earned and are passively applied to your loadout. So I was saying, so you don't need to apply those specifics. So when you're gonna create like a loadout, you're gonna maintain it season after season. There's not gonna be a mod you're gonna have to replace or anything like that. Love it. So what does that mean exactly? Let's say the anti-barrier weapon of the season is a pulse rifle. This change means that you'll no longer need to equip the mod for this, taking up precious space for and energy. All your pulse rifle, unless they have an intrinsic champion mod, will automatically have the anti-barrier apply. Like I mentioned, that's awesome. As you can imagine, having every single artifact mod active at the same time will be a little OP. Yeah, because of that, you won't be able to unlock them all at the same time and will have to choose which 12 perk you want to active. Yeah, I want active at any given time. However, we do want to make it easy and possible to change up your build, so resetting the artifact would not cost anything. Alright, so basically we're gonna go back a little bit like what we had before with the artifact. You could only unlock so many artifacts, but instead they're gonna use that template and just make it you can only activate those passive mods, or perk now they're gonna call it. So basically you're gonna be like, I want to have anti-barrier, I want to have overload, but the thing is that you're gonna be able to resell it for free of cost, so it's gonna be good. So like this thing, they're gonna have like reach and clear and like another like, I don't know, like you can make your character OP if it would be all unlocked, but instead it's going to be which one you want active. So it's a great way to put it. I like that, yeah. So it's going to be a total of 12 perk you can keep active at all time. The rest going to be deactivated, and I wonder if it's going to be like, oh, if you activate this one, you cannot activate this one because they kind of conflict to each other, or like add more damage. Who knows, right? We'll have to see how it goes. What does this mean for artifact armor, extra artifact mod slot? Starting in Lightfall, Artifice armor will have a new unique mod slot that grant 3 additional points to your character stat like strength, mobility, intellect, etc. This will help you round out the stat to perfect your build. Oh my god! So, what? There's gonna be another mod slot where you can add more of your base stat, so you can like have triple 100 stat. That's pretty good. All right, once you got on your loadout set and your mod managed, it's time to dive in. We're making some gameplay update to complement the above change. All right, almost there. All right. Game, set, match. One thing that has always played a huge part is how you set up your built-in match game. It's been pretty much a requirement that you diversify your damage type and end up facing shield that feel hopeless to break. We want to remove this restriction and allow more freedom with how you create your build to take advantage of new element and specific mod. To reach a goal, match game is being removed from high difficulty activity, and we are making a few tweaks to how you can do damage to different type of shield. Base shield resistance to non-match damage type across the entire game is being adjusted to 50%, similar to Gambit now. And you will have also other ways for you to do some bonus damage to shield that we will tell you about before launch. This will help you synergize your perk and ability around a single damage type rather than diluting them across several different ones. Okay, so if there's a solar barrier and I'm using a void weapon, I'm still gonna be able to break his shield easily. Well, not as easy as if I had a solar weapon. So like this, I can go all void for my like subclass and my weapon type and stuff like that. Okay, and maybe some kinetic weapons gonna do like, you know, elemental damage matching the shield you're attacking or something like that. Who knows? We are the champion. Yes. Another thing that has a huge impact on your build. Our champion. We want to make how you counter champion more logical. That should be also make it easier to learn how to deal with them in the first place. So while you will still have a selection of anti-champion artifact perk available to you based on your current weapon selection, we are also adding some anti-champion option to your subclass to complement your weapon. Yes, barrier champion, solar ward, and strength counter. So when you're using volatile round from your weapon, it will also pierce the barrier and stun the champion. Okay. When the player is radiant, their attack pierces the champion shield and stun them. Strength will also have a method of piercing barrier. Oh, okay, cool. Overload, arc stasis, and void counter. Damage an overload champion by triggering a jointed condition, stun the champion. Okay. Likewise, suppressing a champion stun them, as does slowing them with stasis. Okay, I kind of like that. It's kind of like the effect of like the subclass create that. Well, it's pretty cool. I like that. Unstoppable, arc, solar, stasis, and strand. Blinding an unstoppable champion instantly stun them, encasing them with stasis, and then shattering it or triggering a solar ignition on them, likewise stun them. Turn also into an unstoppable champion counter. I like that. So you're not forced to use a weapon type. You can like just use the subclass you have. Loving this. I'm loving those change. Wow. Armor change mod. With the combat mod socket going away, many mods that once belonged to the charge of light with light and elemental wells of family of mod now fall under a revamping system known as armor charge and move to armor slot specific socket. The armor charge mechanic function as follow. Alright, interesting. Socketing an armor mod that use the armor charge system give you access to the system. Right. The functionality of taking charge, picking up an orb of power to gain one stack of charge is now granted to you whenever you have any armor charge mod equipped. So you don't need to taking charge anymore. So they're probably going to remove that mod completely. Many mods that previously created elemental well or gave you a stack of charge of with light have been converted to instead create an overpower. You can now hold between 0 to 3 stack of armor charge by default, which appear as a buff to the status effect area. By socketing chest armor mod charge up, you can increase your maximum number of armor charge stack as high as 6. Some mods provide a passive ongoing benefit while you have any stack of armor charge. When you have one of these armor mod, every 10 seconds a stack of armor charge fall off if you consume by something else. Okay, player can extend their decay by socketing the extended charge mod in the class item socket. For example, Font of Wisdom in the Ed socket will provide a bonus gain to intelligence while you have any armor charge active. Huh. You gain a bonus stat. That's pretty good, I think. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. Like the gameplay is gonna slightly change. Some mod consume 1, 2, 3 or all stack of armor charge on particular trigger, granting you an instantaneous benefit when they do. A few other mods, stack on stack in the leg socket, powerful friend, and radiant light in the head socket, time dilation in a class item socket can modify the armor charge system for you without providing you with a specific benefit while you have armor charge. Finisher will now consume armor charge and not dip into the super energy. So is that like when you do finisher to get like special ammo, heavy ammo? Now it's gonna go in the armor charge. Alright, another interesting change. Alright, Elemental Well evolved. While many of the mods that previously created or benefited from Elemental Well are being changed to instead focus on overpower, some aspects of the Elemental Well aren't going away entirely. Instead of creating Elemental Wells, each subclass will now create damage type specific spawn object. Ionic Trace for art. Fire Spite of Solar for solar. Fire Sprite. Void Breaches for void. Stasis Shard will continue to use stasis. Strand will also have an object. That's good because they're like removing all the well and keeping with like, so basically like the stasis shard, you're not gonna need to add that mod to say like like stasis shard count as well. So that's good. The ability to spawn these objects will not come from the armor mod but from the subclass instead. For example, while the Ember of Tempest fragment is active with Solar Hunter, it will now create Fire Sprite. I got difficulty with this word. When you defeat an enemy with a solar weapon. There you go. Picking up any of these objects will grant ability, energy, and have other effects depending on the subclass build. For example, if you're running a solar subclass and you have the new Ember of Mercy fragment equipped, picking up a Fire Sprite will grant you the restoration effect. The number of these type of interaction will be limited at launch, but we intend to add the system moving forward. Add to this system moving forward. So far with everything I've read, I feel like Destiny is moving towards more like a MMO, like a RPG MMO. With like, you know, you can use a subclass and you can be a specific type of guardian, I guess, right? So it's good. I can't wait to see that in Lightfall. All right, balancing act. So while the main goal here were to streamline the build crafting experience, we also had to do some tuning while we were under the hood to address some of the power spikes certain build combination created. As we say previously, we look at every single mod and somewhere change, move to other slot, transition to other ability, or remove. With the removal of armor energy type and the consolidation of mechanic into armor charge, some mod became redundant and removed. Yeah, go figure. Some ability energy gain, stat bonus, and weapon damage bonus from mods have been reduced. though we also added some new mods to expand your build possibility. Not all previous builds are going to be able to be recreated to one-to-one, but the system has been changed enough to open up a lot of new possibility with new mods and ability combination. An example of mods that aren't coming along for the ride are Warmind Cell. Oh no, yeah, they're getting rid of Warmind Cells. These are relic of a different time and had already been nerfed in the past. They had a good run, but these mods will be decayed and no longer available starting season 20 to make way to a new option to consider. Damn, alright. Well, we're probably gonna play with our Warmind Cell just to reminisce on it until it disappears, right? Looking ahead, we covered a lot, and now there's are going to be a lot of questions with so many change in the horizon. We will also have more to say on this along the plethora of other exciting change coming along, Lightfall release next month. With a system like this, the best way to fully understand it is to get your hand on it and start tinkering, yes. As with everything involved with supporting Destiny 2, this evolution is not an endpoint. We plan to continue tuning and improving the system, and we'll be adding new build crafting element to fill power gaps we didn't have a chance to get to with this release. We're excited to see what you build will with this new toolbox, and look forward to seeing all the new builds share out. I can't wait to see how to share the build though. I wonder if it's gonna be just like button or picture. There's probably gonna be a way to share. But quite happy, this is a build crafting evolve, and now we're gonna move into some new stuff. So let's see the Hotfix. Just to go over the build craft again, I'm quite happy with what's coming up. It's gonna remove the need to have dim as much. The loadout system on dim is very helpful. I'm still unsure about the build crafting, if we're gonna be able to do like change your build in mid-game, like in the middle of the raid. I'll be like, oh, I am a warlock, I'll switch back to well now for this encounter. So we'll have to see. Hopefully we're gonna see more. Now moving on to the Hotfix, which was released at the same time. So on the 18th of January, so there you go, Hotfix 6.3.0.4. This is not too bad of Hotfix. It fixed a few issues within the game, which I'm pretty happy. So Grandmaster Nightfall, we already knew that, reduce the power level required from plus 25 to plus 15 over the power cap. Player can now enter Grandmaster Nightfall at a power cap of 1580 during season 19, so that's perfect. Gambit requirement for the gold coin gilding triumph changed. So change the requirement from 30 win to 50 matches played. Win grants bonus progress. So if you want to get your gilded gambit or dredgen, so it's gonna be easier. You're not gonna be, well, you're gonna have to play more matches, but if you win, it's gonna go faster. Instead of having 30 win, yeah. Dungeon duality. This dungeon. Fix an issue where the final encounter will not drop reward repeatedly while it's the weekly feature dungeon. Spire of Watcher, improve audio of supplicant spawn in the final encounter. Did they fix duality at all, like for the bell? I haven't played it since that, so probably gonna have to try it again. Gameplay investment, vendor focusing, reducing the focusing cost of weapon and armor for Trial Osiris, Iron Banner, Crucible, and Gambit. Legendary Shard reduced from 50 to 25, yes. Glimmer reduced from 10,000 to 5,000, that's good. Reduce the cost of focusing, Trials of Osiris, add up weapon from 250 to 50 Legendary Shard. Wow. So Legendary Shard, now it's hard to maintain. I know a lot of people out there have like millions of it. Myself, I have difficulty to maintain over 1,000. That's how much I use it. The fact they're reducing the cost, it's gonna make the economy a little bit better. Armor. Fix an issue where the Iron Companion armor set was not counting towards the Gunora Seal Triumph. Okay, that's one of the triumph for the Iron Banner. Fix an issue where players were unable to reset their artifact if they had no artifact unlock point available. Okay. Weapon increase deep sight weapon drop from for all raid and duality dungeon. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't got all the duality dungeon deep sight weapons, so there we go. I'm gonna have to go farm that. Fix an issue where Fire and Fagot had more visual kick than other aggressive frame linear fusion rifle. Yes, they had more kick, right? Fix an issue that prevented the Legacy Ambush artifact mod from working. Fix an issue where the sprint reticle was missing in the player's odd one sprinting. Fix an issue where the hierarchy of needs exotic bow displayed an incorrect icon in the kill feed. Yeah, it was displaying a SMG. Fix an issue where the hierarchy of needs exotic bow arrow display was delayed after drawing the first arrow. Fix an issue where volatile detonation trigger a higher than expected cadence. Fix an issue where the break inheritance trait granted more ability energy than intended on machine gun and sword. Update the reconstruction perk described in all non-English language. Okay, and general, fix an issue where the Seraph Cipher mod a Triumph was not progressing properly. Add an emblem metric to collection score, and Dawning currency can now be dismantled in the stack after the event has been concluded, or has concluded. Sweet, so that's some good fix. I'm happy about the dungeon, Gambit, Grandmaster Nightfall. A lot of people's gonna be happy about that. And some of the vendor and other fixes. I'm probably gonna go farm some more deep sight in DSC and duality now. Alright, and that's it for the hotfix. Let's close this. Now let's move on to the TWAB. Yes, this is a long video. Make sure you look, you're gonna be able to skip ahead to the different parts. So let's move on to the TWAB. Yes, EP, it's the second TWAB of the year. This week at Bungie, we're talking sandbox news, matchmaking, and we're getting amp up for Neptune. Yes, Neptune is coming next month. Yes. Before we jump into this week TWAB, let's do a brief recap. We're not gonna do over the recap. Oh yeah, sure. Let's go over the recap. Last week blog post. So Grandmaster change, we just talked about that. Iron Banner update after week 1 of Fortress. Yeah, they're doing some modification to make the gameplay better. I noticed like most people were just emoting all together because then the game would finish faster than actually playing the game. We got our Oprah Winfrey on with armor mods. Sorry, Oprah Winfrey. So they're basically talking about the Buildcrafting. Focusing cause is this economy. Yes, we talked about that. They'll go behind the scene, look at some of the news and the goodest good boy state in Destiny 2. Yes, so the little robot dog at the helm is going to move to the tower. Hopefully we can have more animal running around, chasing balls and so on and so forth. And then Bungie store update. So yes, there's going to be some Bungie store update. So if you haven't checked that out, go do that. But now, not right now. Right now we got this week TWAB to dive into. For this week, we're diving a little deeper into the shiny new trailer that just dropped, highlighting the deep dive with Bungie developer into upcoming Buildcrafting change, and chatting about the matchmaking, weapon and ability change, and more. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So what I'm gonna do, there we go. Some people whose account were banned have said that they don't remember cheating or having any sort of cheat software on their platform of choice. Anytime we investigate these cases, both recent and in the past, we often find that they gave their account to someone else to play the game for them. Because of this, we want to again remind everyone that you must protect your account and do not use account recovery service. Saying that your finger were not in the keyboard when cheating occur will not be considered during the trial appeal process. Yes, so if you're using those services that like can do activity for you, don't trust them. There's a chance that they can use cheat because their plan is to make the most money, so they're gonna use cheat to like fast forward through a quest or story or an activity so they can get the goal that you pay for, right? So yeah, don't use account recovery. Keep your account safe and don't give it to anybody. Getting Guardian, we're going to Neomuna. So Neptune, yes, can you smell it? What the Neptune is cooking. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. And we all know I'm not Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but we do have an epic if we say so ourselves, which we are saying it so ourselves right now. New trailer showing more upcoming Neptune. So let's see this Neptune trailer, and I'll
just look at this place.
And I'll keep going over the TWAB while that's playing. So Lightfall is almost there, and we can still. Sorry. Lightfall is almost there, and I still can't believe it. The chance to swoop around like a sort of undying cyberpunk-inspired Spider-Man will be here before you know it. We're excited to show you more about the Cloud Strider. Yes, strand and brand new location to explore. For now, can we just take a second to appreciate those sweet slow-mo shots, because those are dope. Yes. So some nice video there updating, showing like some of the new activity that's gonna happen, the place to visit, the strand, enemy, and then like the buildcrafting change, everything. That's gonna be so awesome. Buildcrafting, we already mentioned about that. We went through that. We'll skip through that. So some more like updates. So Rumble return. Catalysts are changing, exotic glaive goodness, and more. So as we race towards Lightfall release next month, we've got a few updates that we're excited to share. Oh, let's finish watching this. There we go. So Lightfall, right? Exciting. So let's keep playing this and read more. So I'm quite excited about Lightfall. That's gonna be great. But here's a goodness. So red border drop rate. So on January 18th, a change went live in game to make it easier for players to get red border. We already mentioned that. They crave in an all raid and craftable weapon duality dungeon. Stay tuned for additional information about crafting change in Lightfall. No, a deep sight weapon I still got is the exotic glaive for the Titan. I'm still yet to get it, so maybe I got a better chance to get it. That will be good. Faster dredge and title, we already mentioned that. 30 gambit match, so switch from 30 win to 50 completion. Great thing. Bye bye blues. Oh yes, that was a big thing. Oh my god. Alright, it's happening, starting with next week patch. So on Tuesday, after the reach of soft gear cap, blue and green will stop dropping in the world. Thank you. Whatever that will have happened, and the equivalent amount of additional glimmer babble will spray out instead. Yes. We're also adjusting all other gunsmith reputation gain by 25%. To compensate for removing gunsmith reputation from the dismantling blue gear. I think you were getting 1 point for like the gunsmith reputation, so yeah, sure. We may not have caught every single blue engram in the game, but a vast majority should behave this way. If you find a source that still give blue item, please report on the help forum. Yes, we'll be hunting for that. If there's an activity, a location, or a chest or something like that, just let them know. Let's get rid of blue. Like no one use blue unless you're brand new, right? And they've been plugging like vault space, been plugging like the postmaster and kicking all the good item out, right? So thank God, bye bye blue. All right, Rumble. Yes, so Rumble is back. So they had it on the rotation, but now they're gonna have a permanent fixture. So the next patch. So for people that like Rumble, yes, and there's more exciting Crucible change coming to Lightfall. Yes, there's more change. Year 3 Catalyst Evolution. So alright, so any weapon from the Year 3 like Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy Matchbook, and Wither Ore will now benefit from the Season Pass boost like other exotic Catalyst quests. Additionally, any seasonal ritual playlists will count towards ritual progress for all Season Pass exotic Catalyst quests. So they're gonna progress no matter what, and they should be dropping on any activity. Mostly PvP. Usually, like you play PvP, you're gonna get a random drop. Easier exotic glaive crafting. Yes. Did you know there are class-specific craftable exotic glaive? Yes, I know. I'm still missing one. We're adjusting the quests needed to receive them to only require one portion of each weapon pattern from the Wellspring weapon, as well as ensuring the first drop of each daily Wellspring weapon will have a deep sight. Once you unlock the recipe for the first exotic glaive, the other class recipe can be purchased by other character from the evidence board? What? When are they gonna turn that on? So I don't need to farm for it. I just need to go and get and buy it. There we go. Nice, I love that. Okay. Save the date at dawn re-raid. Yes, the new raid for Lightfall is coming. Oh man, you're going to love the new raid, especially the part where they don't say. Save the date, folks. We're doing it live March 10, 2023. Make sure you save that date, right? At 9 a.m. PST. I think it's 12 a.m. EST or something like that. It's at reset, which is the second Friday in March. Another world first. Who's going to take the win this time? Who knows? But we know that we have same delicious popcorn ready to watch Guardian from all over the world shoots their shot at earning that coveted world first belt. So yes, I'll be probably doing that with the group and we'll be streaming, so come and watch. March 10, 9 a.m. PST Pacific time. So wow, I'm excited for that. We're gonna have Lightfall. Oh, so it's about 2 weeks after Lightfall drops, so, or 10 days after Lightfall drops. There we go. We need to talk about matchmaking. Alright. Crucible. A lot of information about Crucible. So they've been experiencing a lot with various matchmaking tools through the year to help make PvP more enjoyable for all. Earlier last year, we spoke about what the team had in their sight for future change. With those goals in mind, we got the Destiny 2 Ritual team, the Sandbox team, here to go over the few things like matchmaking abilities and weapon tweak. First, let's look at matchmaking. So, the Destiny 2 Ritual team. In previous TWAB, we have talked about our goal to make Crucible an make it accessible and fair activity for all players, and how we plan to accomplish those goals with matchmaking. In Season 18, we added loose form of skill-based matchmaking to Control. We gathered data, reviewed the analytics, and adjusted the matchmaking config, establishing the foundation of Season 19 matchmaking for quick play, Iron Banner, and competitive 3v3. In Season 19, we added Fire Team based matchmaking, and as before, we will continue reviewing the analytics and player feedback to adjust our config as necessary. Fire Team based matchmaking is the first step towards enabling a player enabling a fair playing field for fire team of all sides and eliminating the need of freelance nodes. So they're gonna get rid of freelance from the sound of it. As we grow more confident in our settings, expect to see fewer freelance nodes. Beginning with Iron Banner, we know that it may seem a little jarring written out in text like that, but this is part of the process for a long-term goal that will improve the experience across board. After we've gotten sufficient data on this from player and from internal system, we will extend the fire team matchmaking feature to trials and eventually competitive 3v3. So I think the idea of fire-based matchmaking is that if you're solo, it's gonna matchmake you with other solo player. If you're in a team of 3 or a team of 6, it's gonna matchmake you with another team of 6. So it's like being fair, right? And based on your skill. Once we have ironed out the kink associated to fire team based matchmaking, the next feature on deck is dynamic skill matchmaking. As mentioned before, this feature is geared towards improving matchmaking if you are a low population skill bracket or during a particular low population time. This is all to say, we are aware of the current status of matchmaking and we are continually working towards improving our feature and system. We believe we are on the right track and would like to share some of the data that make us believe as much. Excuse me. So, one of such data point is match outcome prediction. We use a particular algorithm that consider multiple variants to predict the outcome of the given match, where 50% prediction accuracy is considered ideal. Yes, so like it's 50-50 of both sides, right? This will mean both teams are evenly matched, yep, and we are unable to determine the winner based on the statistic alone. The graph below, figure A, display our prediction accuracy for Control before and after Season 18, where when they introduced the loose skill-based matchmaking. The drop in accuracy is a strong indicator that our current implementation of skill-based matchmaking is headed the right direction. Sweet. So as you can see here, that was before Season 18. After Season 18 and dropped down to closer to 50%, more between 58 to 60%. So that's good. It's giving a chance for people to level up the ground, being able to like fight back. I've noticed myself that some game I play, I was like, it was a tight game. It's more fun. It's like, oh, we're so close, and it's like, no, I enjoy more like the game where like another game I play and didn't have that. I think was the Rift, the Crucible Lab, and was Rift. I was getting spawn kill. Like there was a team of 3, and we were like 3 single player. We're getting spawn kill. The people were not even playing the game. They were just killing us, and it was like, this is boring. Like I don't even have a chance. So good to see. Additionally, the following graph, figure B, display our prediction accuracy for Glory pre-season 19 and competitive 3v3 season 19. The upper line are the main Glory and competitive activity, while the bottom line are the freelance variant. With season 19, we adjusted the skill band for matchmaking competitive, leading to a significant drop in prediction accuracy. i.e. match are becoming fairer. Note that there's still a strong discrepancy between the main node and freelance. This show is more difficult to produce fair match with fire team due to the immeasurable advantage that the fire team possesses. Communication, team composite, team synergy, blah blah. However, that is why we are testing fire team based matchmaking, and we aim to reach a point where matches in the main node where mix fire team size can queue together, reach level of fairness comparable to the freelance node, at which point we can confidently shelve freelance node. Alright, so that's the comparison. This is a freelance node, so there's like a closer to 50%, and this is the normal node, the team, and then like here I guess it's the line season 18, then season 19. Their fire team base, yeah. So the fire team base matchmaking display that there's been some change here and reducing here for freelance. So they're gonna combine those two, and so we're not gonna need freelance anymore. And then hopefully with the next season they're gonna modify it a little bit more and come out with a solution. So good to know they're working on that. Hopefully this provides some insight into our effort to make Crucible a fair, accessible, and fun experience for all players. This is an ongoing process, so please pardon the DOS as we build towards a better future. Yes, so it's an ongoing process. It's not going to be fixed like right away. We'll see how it goes. Please make sure to help them by providing support. Not support, but providing comment and feedback to them, right? Yeah. No like complaining, just provide proper feedback, so it's helping the team, right? Let's chat airborne effectiveness. Ooh, okay. Airborne effectiveness, or AE, weapon and ability. Oh my. For the second TWAB of the year, we're diving back into the world of sandbox goodness with the team to learn about what next for Destiny 2 regarding combat movement and more. Take it away, Destiny Sandbox team. So airborne effectiveness. We introduced the AE system in Season 19 to give the level of balancing weapon effectiveness while airborne in consistent and comprehensive way. We did this preparation for the sandbox that included more airborne gameplay options, particularly with the strands of class in Lightfall. Okay. We had two primary reasons for this. It's important to balance the increased number of airborne movement options against their combat and effectiveness, as we don't want Destiny 2 to shift excessively towards airborne gameplay over time. In a game where most mode did not have a skill-based matchmaking, player using an airborne playstyle could be extremely oppressive. Yes. The first reason remained true. Sorry. But the second has become less relevant with SBMM has rolled out across more PvP modes, and despite achieving our goal, the cost in players' fun was too high. After observing for a season, we made some update in each subsequent weapon balance update while standing in a larger rework in Lightfall. There we go. We've been playtesting these changes for a while now, are confident that we can safely pull them into Season 19 mid-season balance update. Airborne effectiveness effect for following aspect weapon. These affect both mouse and keyboard as well as controller unless otherwise noted. Auto aim, aka bullet band, correct bullet towards the target within the auto aim cone. Okay. Precision angle, threshold control as far away you can be from a head and still get a headshot instead of body shot. That's like the box. Magnetism, aka reticle friction, and adhesion. Controller only. Ah, damn. Slow down your reticle when passing over the target. Accuracy, control how much bullet spread out the repeat firing. Spread angle, pellet shot only, control the width of the shotgun spread. With this update, you can expect primary weapon with no investment, i.e. at the default AE stat of the weapon, to be accurate, shot just as straight as a primary weapon with the Icarus Grit mod equipped did before the introduction of AE. The auto aim angle is also significantly improved, and the magnetism penalty has been eliminated. Okay. Instead of relying on accuracy and aim assist penalty, we're requiring more precision to land crit while airborne. This means your gun will behave more like they do when grounded, except that you must aim right at their head to get a headshot unless you really build for airborne gameplay. Okay. One side effect of this change is that airborne gameplay on control should feel better than ever before the moderate investment, since we've reduced the airborne magnetism penalty below what was in the game before. We still don't want to do it too easy to build into AE with special weapon, but we believe we have a chance to reduce the penalty of shotgun sniper. We may revisit this later. In playtesting, this makes baseline airborne gunplay feel substantially better, and building into higher AE feel more rewarding. Specific primary weapon aim assist. Alright, so AE, they change it so primary weapons gonna feel like normal. So I can see end cannon being very good for that, and then you can like double tap from afar by jumping in the air. We'll have to see how it goes. Even like SMG, like some SMG are like terrible, but oh, look at that. Talking about SMG. Weapon type. SMG have long been heavily dependent on range stat to be competitive. SMG with high range stat easily outclass all other SMG and low range auto rifle and hand cannon. We recently made a change that brought these higher range options more in line, but the difference between them and other SMG was still too large. In some special case, some offender that could hit a nearly maximum range were still a bit too strong. As such, we have made a large improvement to SMG performance at low range value, combined with a small decrease of higher range value. General, increased damage and aim assist fall-offs start at 0 range by 30%. Adaptive SMG, lag behind lightweight in effectiveness, dealing more body shot damage but much less critical hit damage despite sharing the same rate of fire. To narrow this gap, we have increased their critical hit multiplier, which make them feel more rewarding in skill and increase their lethality against certain resilience value. Increase critical hit multiplier by 1.44 to 1.5. We inherently skip Forensic Nightmare when we adjusted the zoom of other SMGs, so we're correcting the oversight. Increased Forensic Nightmare zoom from 13 to 14. Alright, so SMG is still gonna be great. I feel like it's like turning out like Call of Duty. Call of Duty SMG are great, and they're close and long range. Some of them, like, you can turn them into like a freaking long range. But yeah, pulse rifle are very potent in the current meta and multitude of reasons. Yes, they're great, right? Long range weapons too. Their effectiveness and ease of use at long range make it hard to close the distance to challenge them with many other weapons. This is especially true on MNK, where the normal effective range is significantly increased by the tighter bullet spread of each burst. The current map rotation, which is scheduled to change in Lightfall on both competitive and Crucible and Crit Play, heavily favor a range play style, and airborne effectiveness have made airborne play more difficult. With those things in mind, we didn't want to hit pulse rifle too hard and without first seeing the effect of other changes on the overall sandbox. But we have reduced the top and range pulse rifle and on all input type and increased their native recoil on mouse and keyboard to bring their ease of use more in line with controller. These changes could combine to make pulse rifle less effective at long range without hurting player who choose to use them more actively. Okay, so a lot of those changes look like MNK and controller is gonna be like, it's not gonna see the difference if you're mouse and keyboard and playing versus a controller. I feel like sometimes I get beat up by people with controllers, so that's great. General, reduce aim assist follow, start at 100 range by minus 10% or by about 10%. BXR especially, Paddler, is by far the most effective legendary pulse rifle, yes, in large part due to being extremely strong up close with a legacy frame, intrinsic and highly lethal at long range. With the best in sub-family zoom. Yes, the zoom is great on that. We felt the fantasy of the gun fit better with the CQB, hip-fire, aggressive style of gameplay. So we have brought the zoom down to more closely matched standard lightweight pulse rifle, which is open to some space and other option to work in. Reduce the BXR zoom from 20 to 18. Yes, they don't have as high a zoom. The mid-season 18 sidearm aim assist follow buff had the desired effect, encouraging player on both input device to experience with sidearm. After letting the metal settle, sidearm have cemented themselves in a very strong contender in close quarter engagement, but they are exceeding their intended effect range by a small amount. We walk back to buff slightly the pull them in giving other lower range primary weapon and a little more room to try. So reduce the season 18 aim assist fall off distance buff from 30% to 20%. Okay, so sidearm is going to be good again. But they were good. They're going to be still good. They're just like making it not as good. I still feel right now close range SMG, it's still powerful. It's still going to be even more powerful with this. But hey, I like SMG, so probably going to end up using it more on PvP and using a double primary, right? Exotic. Dead Messenger can be oppressive and to play against. That's a grenade launcher. As a triple wave pattern can easily be combined with a number of ability. Yeah, we've seen it with the Warlock. You take the shot and spark up and then you kill the person, right? Or other weapon to effectively one hit kill a player. So we brought the damage down significantly to make such play style less effective. With this change, it still has a use case in PvP and hasn't changed at all in PvE. Okay. Less frustrating to play against. Reduce wave splash damage against player by 35%. DMT, yes, DMT is OP right now. If you're playing PvP, it's a good gun to go with. So with the tweak of 6.3.0 update, switching its aiming from prefer body shot to prefer crits had a much more dramatic effect than expected. The weapon was initially tuned around its prefer body shot. This meant it had a large aim assist cone to compensate, and once this was addressed, it spiked in effectiveness at the same time. A damage penalty for hitting maximum stack of cranial spike never felt good. We pulled back various hip-fire tuning to make hip-firing at long range much harder and remove the cranial spike penalty. Remove the damage penalty for 5 stack of cranial spike. Reduce hip-fire and airborne aim assist cone angle by 25% on M and K. Reduce hip-fire cone angle bonus scaling from 20% to 5%. Reduce hip-fire precision aim cone angle from 3 degrees to 0.8 degrees. And reduce hip-fire auto aim fall off color from 1.5 to 1.1. Alright, hopefully that's gonna fix the issue and not gonna make that weapon OP in PvP. We're seeing revoker usage increase as more PvP. A revoker, if you don't have it, you can buy it in the kiosk. Basically, every time you miss a shot, you will regain that weapon. So now it trigger on 2 miss within 6 seconds. So, okay, sure. Because now you can use it in competitive. You don't need to have the light level, right? The future. Whew. Man, that's a long TWAB. Coming in Lightfall, we're doing a heavy weapon balance pass, adding subclass 3.0 verb to serval exotic weapon. tuning kinetic weapon and adding a new perk to make kinetic weapon more valuable. In post-lightfall season, we'll be shipping some update we're pretty scuff about. More substantial change to weapon and fire reticle with the goal of exposing more information specific to weapon type or exotic functionality. Okay. Full auto melee settings. Like right now we got the full auto weapon settings, so you turn it on and all your weapon are full auto. But the melee, it's like so you can just keep punching, right? Another set of craftable reprise raid weapon with an origin trait similar to what they did with Deep Stone Crit. So what's gonna be Last Wish, or what are we missing? Are they gonna go back like this anyway? Maybe it's gonna be Garden of Salvation, who knows? Regular seasonal and mid-season balance update and more. We also wanted to call out one more change. This time about the Titan Exotic Gauntlet Siren Rampant. Siren Rampant increased the cooldown of the barricade ability while Siren Rampant are equipped by 70%, increase the amount of damage player deal to Siren Barricade by 25%. This change should decrease how often one sees Siren Barricade in PvP match, as well as add more propensity to effective counterplay. Okay, now on to abilities. Wow, that's crazy. Abilities in patch 6.3.0.5 scheduled to be released week of January 24th. We're releasing some ability change that we've been playtesting in Lightfall to address some outliers in both PvE and PvP. In the Crucible, class ability uptime has inflated significantly over the course of the last year. So we're increasing the base cooldown of Barricade, Thruster, and Dodge by 20%. Increase base cooldown time of the following class ability by 20%. Barricade, ooh, interesting. With update 6.3.0, at the launch of Season 19, we reduced the linger time of Touch of Thunder and Enhanced Storm Grenade. So they're changing that because it was too OP, they nerfed it, and they're nerfing it again. But it hasn't meaningfully moved the needle on either their potency or usage across game mode. So we're taking a harder swing at here. We're reducing the damage dealt by each lightning strike by 25% and making it significantly easier to avoid the rolling storm by decreasing its tracking speed and distance, eventually near the start of its lifetime. Touch and Thunder Storm Grenade. Secondary strike damage reduced from 40 to 30. They're gonna make it obsolete, like, and again, I find that annoying. As soon as something good about the Titan, they just like nerf the crap out of it. But if there's something good about the Hunter, they're gonna, oh, we're gonna take our time because too many people using it. In August 2021, with update 5.3.0, we added weapon penalty that affected the player while sliding. The goal of this change was to reduce the percentage of engagement where the outcome was effectively decided by sliding, especially when you use with shotgun. Yes, that instantly ended the fight from significant range. Shotgun and other weapon have been tuned since then, and we implemented skill-based matchmaking into the Crucible. So we're removing the slide penalty in order to improve the feel and consistency of combat. Remove stability, incoming flinch, and shotgun pellet spread penalty while sliding. So now we're gonna be back into sliding and shotgunning people. Yeah. Okay. It's important to note that these changes are a first step towards where we want to be with ability potency and uptime. With Lightfall and beyond, we want to have large-scale ability balance tuning in the work, and we'll have more to share in the near future. Alright, that's it for the change. Crazy for PvP. There's gonna be a lot of change. A lot of things gonna be tuned. So, Alright, moving on. Lunar New Year. BRB. Be right back. We got the rabbit to celebrate. So they have a lunar year. It's like the Chinese zodiac. It's a rabbit. So if you're interested, you can get that nice emblem. Here's the code here. TNN DKM6LG. So you can redeem it on bungie.net. Redeem, and you're gonna get this nice little emblem. They also have some other stuff similar to the Year of the Rabbit inside the Bungie store if you're interested, or you can go see Eververse and you can buy some stuff with Bright Dust or Silver, I guess, right? So there you go. Oh, there it is again. TNN DKM6LG. So get yourself a good emblem. Alright, unclaimed older Prime Gaming loot is about to expire, so make sure you go claim your Prime Gaming if you have Amazon Prime. Go to Prime Gaming and claim some good loot, free loot for Destiny 2. Alright, moving on. It's like a Destiny but for your own. You got some nice picture here you can have on 4K or like you can have for mobile download. I personally like this one, and I did download it, and it's my background picture. I don't know if I can show my background. No, I can't. But this is my background picture. I freaking love it. You know, when you do the exotic mission and you see that view, it's like, oh, it's so nice. So happy they put that. And here we have, I think when you're doing the ice battleground. And here's a new armor set, Season of the Seraph. Awesome. Player support report, yes, Bungie account. So again, they're gonna slowly disappear. Just make sure you do not deactivate cross save for any reason. Do not deactivate it, or you're gonna lose all your character. Yeah, so apparently there's like a few report of people losing characters in progress, so they're looking into it. I didn't hear any of that. Might be a few people, maybe their system are like screwing up. Who knows? Maybe they deactivate cross save and they're on Stadia. So if it happened to you, make sure you report it to Bungie so they can follow up on it and investigate. There's some new issue there, and then hopefully they're gonna be fixing it in the near future, which is good. And then we got some video here if you want to have a look. It's pretty good. Elden Lord, it's a bit like Elden Ring, but and Elden Destiny 2. And here we got a nice, I think it's like there were 3 people and finished Fault of Glass. Awesome. Another like nice video with the song, and I'm gonna play it. This is a long TWAB, but ooh, I like that. That's a nice photo. Yeah, you can kind of get a view of it. Nice drawing. Some artists out there, it's crazy. One last thing, new year, new social. Alright, as you may know, a lot of the Bungie a lot of the Bungie staff been using their personal like social media to talk to people, to reach out, to get the feedback. Well, some people have been abusing that and abusing them. So that being said, they're moving into some new social media. So for Twitter, they got Destiny 2 team. If you reach out to them, it's going to be to anyone. Bungie.net Destiny 2 team, #7714. And Reddit, you're going to have a Reddit page where you can go submit your feedback and stuff like that. This is going to reduce like attacking a specific person there, or for people to attack a specific person, which is good. I'm happy they're moving towards that direction. It's a good idea. So check it out. Their Twitter, Bungie, their Bungie.net and Reddit. And you can follow them on those and talk to them, right? And that's pretty much it for this week at Bungie. Massive TWAB, just crazy. Like, I can't believe like how much stuff there was. Like, we had the Buildcrafting, the Hotfix, and the TWAB. Okay, and we have 1 month left or so, right? Am I right? We don't have like much time left before Lightfall comes up. So make sure you get Lightfall, and I'll probably see you on there. But thank you for watching, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Destiny 2 activity and like videos. So, and then we'll see you soon on the next stream. Take care. Bye.
Where do you come from? Where are you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.